Okay, guys, part 3 of Slay the Princess. Thank you for tuning back in. I may have made an oopsie whoopsie while recording. I got a little carried away with the game, so I played in a long setting. I'm trying to break this up in the best parts I can. But part 3 should be pretty entertaining, and I'm telling you, the finale will be fantastic and quite a longer video. But without further ado, let's jump back in.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Did you guys see that achievement? I don't know if you saw it. So, just if this is your guys' first time seeing this game, I got an achievement and it says something something slay the princess. Or no, the real slay the princess starts now. And then the description is, you'll know it when you see it. So, let's go see.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Gosh, I wish I could put out like a vote or something so we could say, do we stick to it? Do we slay her? I feel like we have a fresh start and we can be nice. I really want to be nice. I do. Trying to kill her hasn't gone that well. You know, they say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I know it's cliche, but you get the idea. I know you guys caught that. These are all the same very initial ones. So I feel like we're like almost like breaking the fourth wall in a way here, where like in game we knew our characters, let's say, knew that we were repeating everything. And now I made a decision to send my character to the nothingness void or whatever, embraced whatever that thing was. And now in-game, the characters, the voice of the broken, the voice of the hero, don't know. But I know still. May not seem like a big deal to you. I don't know, just as playing through, it's trippy. It's weird. A lot to think about. So with all that being said, let's go with this and see if we get a different answer this time.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, so maybe knowing everything that we know now. We're not doing that. Let's just go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think we're going to play it differently this time. Let's see. Let's not take the knife. Let's just go in, try to be nice. Because remember the first time we
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The first time we meet her, she's a lot, I don't want to say, less hostile. How about that? And I also find it a little bit interesting seeing like the cabin. Its complexity seems like it also matches like her ego in a way. Like the second time around, it was a big temple, an altar almost, and you know, she was talking about being a divine god and whatnot. And now the first time we went down here to the bare cabin, and she's just having a conversation with you.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She didn't sound like that the first time, I don't think.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I don't think I said that the first time.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's do that. Let's just do complete 180.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I hope this works.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Do I skip all the context? Because I feel like I know everything from before. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know if she liked that. Oh, she's smiling. I shouldn't ask her anything. Except what's her name, because that's polite.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Let's press. Let's press a little bit.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
So she was
Okay,
embarrassed.
that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
To be fair, I feel like picking a name for yourself if you're locked in a basement is kind of a weird thing. Because how often are you having a dialogue with someone else? It's just a monologue. I mean, you just be calling yourself me, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it takes away naming yourself. Like your actual self. It's different with an account or something like that. I don't know anything about you. If I know you're locked up, you're down for a reason. No, it's not get hostile. If I've seen the person you've been in a while. Go ahead. That's a good one. Oh, let's ask her what she's been eating. Probably a little bit.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Hey, okay, hostile, okay? I don't really know what's going on here. I'm just...
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Alright, so everybody hates me. I thought it was a good question. I'm curious.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
See? Me and the voice of the hero are on the same page here. Alright. So yeah, let's do this. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Am I, though? I feel like you've been making things more difficult. And I still like you, narrator.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, alright.
You're making a huge mistake.
I think I made a lot of mistakes. This doesn't seem like one so far.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I mean, the hero of boys, I guess, is the hero me. Well, this is getting interesting.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Where do I find the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, that's a fair point. Oh, if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I have an idea I think they alluded to earlier, and I don't like that idea. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Oh, why can't this game just let me be pleasant? And there's so many different ways this could go. Let's ask her opinion. Let's not go assume. Let's see.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding.
Oh, I didn't grab the knife! Come on, man.
Is someone else here?
Yeah, who else is here? Let's try the door first before we go screaming.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Alright, now we yell.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I can't explain to you how mad that actually just made me.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You're right. You're right.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
That's awfully vivid.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
The music changed. The music changed. The music changed.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
We're not giving in. Whichever way we choose, we're going to be stubborn. We're not going to let the game persuade us the other way, as tempting as it is. Because right now, I mean, yeah, it seems like perfect. She's just bit off her hand. The blade's there. We can... But we've already killed her a few times, and we're determined to save her.
Or we could use it to free her.
See?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I haven't liked anything that has happened so far. Oh, look, my only option is to save the princess. That's interesting.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Grody.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Look how nonchalant she looks.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. When we leave, you go that way, I'll go this way. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
It took a turn.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, because he's the narrator, he can just announce this. But wait, time out. I know this is the exciting part, but remember we went all the way back and he talks about free will and how free will was... It'd be a lot easier if free will didn't exist. He's breaking his own rules now.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No way! Oh, look at that! If you see that? If you scroll down, there's one option. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
So it didn't even let me, even though the warn her was there, it wouldn't let me do it.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
That's not making sense. I would have got out of there alive if you didn't. Can we scroll again? Resist. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I don't know anymore.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What do you mean?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
He's trying to build the pain quite literally there, so I don't do this again next time. But we're committed.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
See, she just stabbed me, but she's sorry. It's okay.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done.
Oopsie, they happen.
For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Sounds a little personal.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
This game is taking a toll on me, and I don't even know why.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
That's how I feel.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
She's
It's over.
crying.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
chapter's restarted.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay guys, I am calling it there. I know a little bit of a shorter video, but I wanted to cut it off at the right point to get the grand finale all in one video. It's going to be a bit longer, but as you can see, things are taking a little bit of a turn for Slay the Princess. We've kind of explored a different kind of routine as opposed to the narrative of the game. You can see the narrator and I are at odds along with the voice of the hero, but it's a lot of fun. It really is a blast, so I'm hoping you enjoyed the video so far and this playthrough so far, and you'll tune into the finale. I promise it's worth it. Thanks so much guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, whatever you want, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.